Welcome to our Devos. We are talking this week about moment-making habits. This week we talked about the power of the moment, the power of being present, being fully here, being able to examine your family, the most important relationships that you have through the lens of moment. And so we're going to back up a little bit and really examine the importance of recognizing that everything, and I mean everything, whether you want to admit to this or not, when it comes to the lens of our lives through the scriptures, everything is a season. Every single thing is a season. So one of the ways that we want to capitalize on the moments of our lives is we have to know the season. You have to know which season you're in. I talked a couple weeks ago about families and maturity not having anything to do with age, but in recognizing the different seasons. And a lot of times parents don't mature with the season of their family. They stay kind of in an arrested development state where they're not really aging in wisdom. They're just kind of hoping to stay in that season. They're stuck in a season. Well, you need to know the season, and you need to recognize that in different seasons, life is going to look different. And one of the ways that you stay in the moment is by recognizing that you're in a certain season. Solomon writes in Ecclesiastes, everything there is a season, a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up what is planted. Now, what I mean by this is right now, if you have little kids, you're in a season like I am, you're in a very chaotic season. And you might be tempted to compare yourself to somebody who's like, oh, they have their kids in school all day and the kids are not home at all, or maybe even an empty nester. And you're comparing the difficulties with your season to the benefits of somebody else's season. But you're not knowing the season that you're in. And you're not recognizing that your season has its own unique set of challenges and its own unique set of blessings. But you have to know the season. If you are, and this is outside of relationships, but if you are in a work season, like some of you right now, your season of working is you're in a reaping season. Like you sowed a lot of seed, like you invested when you were young and you paid off that mortgage. And now here you are, you're in a season where you're reaping. That's the season that you're in. You can't compare yourself to somebody who's in the building season. Like I'm in a building season. I'm in the trying to grow a business. I'm trying to raise children. I'm trying to provide for them. Like that's the season I'm in. It's the particular season. And the quickest way that we get taken out of the moment that we're in is by focusing on the fact that we are not in somebody else's season. And everything is seasonal. It's all going to come to an end. It's all going to change. When you're first dating, that's a season. You're exploring each other. You're trying to figure out, do I want to be married to this person? I liken it to saying, okay, like, is their brand of crazy enough for me to tolerate as a married couple, right? That's not going to be the same as a season of somebody who's been married for 18 years and they have children and they've, had experiences in life and loss. Like it's a different season. And the person that's been married for a long time, they'll often look and go, oh, I remember when we dated and that was that season and I wish we were still like that. I wish we were still, well, it's a different season. That younger version of you looks to that 18-year-old plus married version of you and they'll say, like, I wish I knew my spouse this way. I wish we had those inside jokes. I wish we had weathered more experiences and we were more mature. Well, you're in different seasons. So God designs seasons so that we appreciate the moment. He designs that so that we recognize his working hand in different ways. But staying in the moment means that you are appreciative of the season that you're in and that you allow yourself to experience God's hand no matter what that season is.